Here we are in the next lesson, Microsoft Security and Compliance Principles. It is a very daunting task to keep up with the security legislation and regulatory requirements. Microsoft helps you to keep abreast of the relevant guidelines by providing information that you need. In the next couple of videos, you'll learn about the Microsoft privacy principles and the Service Trust Portal. You will learn where to find compliance documentation which is relevant to your geographic locations and industry. So let's get started without any further delay. The first one to start with is Microsoft privacy principles. Microsoft has an array of products and services. They all run on trust. Microsoft focuses on 6 key privacy principles when making decisions about data. Privacy is about making meaningful choices about how and why data is collected and used. It is about ensuring that you have the information you need in order to make the choices that are correct for you across all Microsoft products and services. Let's take a look at the 6 privacy principles, and these are control, transparency, security, strong legal protections, no content-based targeting, and benefits to you as a customer. The first one, control, which is putting you, the customer, in control of your privacy with easy to use tools and clear choices. Transparency is about being transparent about the data collection and use so that everyone can make informed decisions. Security. It is paramount to protect the data that is entrusted to Microsoft by using strong encryption and security. Strong legal protections is really required in order to respect the local privacy laws and fight for legal protection of privacy as a fundamental human right. The next one is no content based targeting. That means that Microsoft will not be using the emails, chats, files, or other personal content to target advertising. And finally, when Microsoft does collect the data, it is used to benefit you, the customer, and to make your experiences better. These principles from Microsoft Privacy Foundation and they shape the way the products and services are designed. Let's also understand the Service Trust Portal and what are the various components inside it in the next lesson. The Service Trust Portal. Now, this is a repository of information, tools, and other resources about Microsoft security, privacy, and compliance practices. If you would like to access all the documentation that's relevant to your regulation and your compliance, you need to sign in with your Microsoft Cloud Services account. Now, once you're here in the Service Trust portal, you get access to volumes of information. This is where you can measure your progress in completing actions that help reduce risks around data protection and regulatory standards. You can also get links to security implementation and design information. You can also get compliance information about Microsoft cloud services organized by industry and region. You will get information about the compliance in regions like Austria, Canada, Czech Republic, Denmark, Germany, Poland, Romania, Spain, and United Kingdom. This is where you can also get the information about Trust Center, so you can get more information about security, compliance, and privacy in the Microsoft Cloud. Under the Resources section, you get information about the features and tools which are available for data governance and protection in Office 365. You can also create your own library where you can add your documents and resources that are relevant to your organization, everything under one umbrella. You also have an option to have email notifications sent when a document is updated, as well as the frequency you want to receive notifications. There will be different kinds of requirements that organizations have to comply. And if they are legal or regulatory compliances or standards, and when you're using many of the Azure services, for example, Microsoft 365, Dynamics, or the Power Platform, you will find all that legal and regulatory standard information in the Azure Compliance documentation page. You will find links to documents and articles that will explain the regulations. It will also have links to audits, reports, certificates, and FAQs, and much more information than this. In order to make things easier for us, the compliance documentation is grouped geographically and by industry as well.
That means that you can find the compliance documentation that is relevant to everyone, relevant to USA or relevant to other regions. These are also grouped based on industries, for example, financial services, health, media, and manufacturing documentation. There is a separate template document for audit that you can tailor to your needs. Anyone can review and use the documentation as a reference to help them understand and keep them up to date with the regulations. For a complete list of compliance documentation and to get an updated list, please go to this URL docs.microsoft.com/azure/compliance. Thanks for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next module. This lesson taught us about Microsoft's 6 privacy principles and how they guide security strategies. You also learned about the Service Trust Portal as well as where to find the Azure compliance and regulatory documentation. Hopefully, this module has been informative to you. Thanks for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next module.